Have you ever wanted that glossy ceramic look for your polymer clay pendants but without using UV resin? In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make faux ceramic pendants using white polymer clay, image transfer, and sleek black frames. And the best part, I'm replacing UV resin with a resin alternative that's even easier to use. Hi, I'm Mihaela from Learn Polymer Clay, and let's dive in. I'm working with white polymer clay that I have previously conditioned, and I passed the clay through the setting number 5 of my Atlas pasta machine. Then I prepared the image, the beautiful image that I intend to transfer, and I used scissors to cut out the image. And then I applied a generous, and I said generous amount of rubbing alcohol, and this is the secret for a beautiful image transfers to polymer clay. And then I've placed the image facing downwards, and I tapped a little bit on the image, and then I applied more rubbing alcohol on the image, and then I used my roller to burnish the image into the polymer clay, and I rolled the clay for about 1 minute. And this is a very important part of the process. You will have to use this burnishing technique to transfer the image to polymer clay. And then I tried to take off the excess paper, but then I decided to use more liquid, and of course you can use water for this step of the project. And I tried to remove larger parts of the paper, and you'll notice that the image transferred to polymer clay, but now we have to remove the paper fibers. And if the paper is soaked wet, you will be able to take off larger pieces of paper. And you'll notice that this time I'm working with a larger image transfer. So it's going to take a little bit more time to transfer this image. Normally I would transfer smaller images, but I wanted to use this image transfer to make several pendants. So I decided to transfer a larger image, and then using water and applying more water in some areas, I'm taking the time to gently remove the paper fibers, and I'm not pressing on the clay. I'm just gently removing the paper fibers on top of the clay, and you'll notice the beautiful pattern appearing. And I think it's worth taking the time to burnish the image into the clay, and then removing the paper fibers when you end up with such a beautiful image transfer. And there are so many possibilities to use this in your work with polymer clay. So I continue to gently remove the paper fibers. And I have to tell you that if you are new to transferring images to polymer clay, I advise you to start with smaller images and then go to transferring larger images. It's going to be easier, of course. So I'm going to put some white clay through the pasta machine on the setting number 6. And then I'm going to put this clay on top of a texture plate. And I'm going to put both through the pasta machine on the largest setting and eventually on the setting number 1. And then I'm going to flip the texture clay and put it under the clay with the image transfer. And then we just have to use baking paper and gently press the two layers together. Because I wanted to spice up a little bit this design, I decided to bring in some gold color sparkling embossing powder. And initially I used the craft knife to apply some embossing powder in some areas, but then I decided to use a brush, and I am going to apply embossing colors, this gold sparkling embossing color on top of the flowers, and also on top um, of the orange elements that you see in the design. But if you think you've put too much in some areas, you can always use baby wipes and remove the excess. And I'm not going to, and you'll notice that I did not use any um, medium or embossing medium or the heat gun, because in fact I am going to cure the clay inside the oven, and heat from the curing will heat set this embossing powder. And then the toughest part is to decide how I am going to um, use the image transfer clay and beautiful black metal frames to make beautiful pendants. And I'm going to make 4 pendants, but you'll notice that I have clay to make even more. Um, and I decided for some of the pendants to leave a little bit of the white clay in some areas. And for 2 pendants, I'm just going to use the image transfer to, let's say, fill up the frame. I use my roller to press gently on the frames, and I'm going to use the blade to cut this into tiny pieces, and it's going to be easier to work with each frame and remove the excess clay. Next, I've used the blade to remove the excess clay, and you'll notice there is still some excess clay on the sides, and I'm going to use the craft knife to take it off, or the blade. But before, I decided to make these pendants slightly domed, so I'm going to use tissue paper. You can use baby wipes, and slightly press the clay upwards with my fingers. So uh, I'm wrapping my fingers in tissue paper so I don't leave fingerprints. And I'm just going to push gently, press the clay outwards, but not too much, just a little bit to have a subtle domed look for the pieces. And then I'm just going to use the blade, and I'm going to trim off the clay and use my fingers to smooth off the edges. If necessary, you should clean the frames if you notice clay on top of the frames. And this is my first piece. For the square piece, I used my blade to trim off the excess clay, but for other shapes, it's better to use the craft knife to just cut around the metal frame. And then again, I used my fingers wrapped in tissue paper, and I pressed the clay outwards. And then I'm going to use the craft knife and remove the excess clay, clean the margins, smooth off the edges with my tools or my fingers. And again, you'll notice that these clay pieces are trapped inside the metal frames. So you have to keep in mind that pressing the frames using the roller into the clay is a very important step of the process, because if you have gaps, when we are going to apply the medium that is going to protect the image transfer and give these pieces a a beautiful faux ceramic look, it will drip. And of course, you don't want this. For the heart-shaped frame, I've used the craft knife, and again, I remove the excess clay, and then I push the clay outwards, very gently, of course. You'll have to use your blade or the craft knife to trim off the excess clay. You'll have to be very careful to remove the excess clay in the round opening that it's made for attaching the pendant. You'll notice that this opening is also covered with polymer clay, so you'll have to take out the clay from this opening as well. And I still have a fourth pendant, and I think this is my favorite one from the series. And again, I use the craft knife to remove the excess clay. I'm also keeping the leftovers. For the moment, I might use them for other projects. And again, you'll have to use the blade or your craft knife to remove the excess clay on top of the frame. And it's better to take the time to remove this excess clay when the clay is raw, because it's easier. If after baking the pieces you still notice some excess clay on top of the metal frames, you'll have to use sanding paper and gently sand that baked clay, but it's easier to clean these frames when the clay is raw. And again, I used my fingers wrapped in tissue paper to gently press the clay outwards for a beautiful domed look. Then you'll just have to bake your pieces. I've baked my pieces for 45 minutes. I've baked my pieces for 45 minutes in the preheated oven. I've baked them on parchment paper because we've made the textured back as well. And I also tinted them. I covered them with aluminum foil to protect them from direct heat. You'll have to let the clay cool down, and of course be careful with heated metal frames. And then we are ready for the last step of the project, and this step is um, means protecting the image transfer, and at the same time giving that beautiful faux ceramic finish to the pieces. And we are going to use glossy accents. Just used a brush to spread the glossy accents that I've applied in the center of the piece. Do not apply too much. You'll have to apply a little bit, spread it out, and then decide if you need to add a little bit more. I think that when you are using beautiful metal frames, you can put a little bit more um, glossy accents, because it won't fall or drip off on the sides. And I really like the contrast between the beautiful faux ceramic effect, which is very vibrant and colorful, and these metal frames. And then you'll just have to let this type of varnish dry, this type of dimensional varnish dry. And I really like how these pieces turned out, and I'm really happy with this faux ceramic effect. I must tell you that it's even better than expected, and I'm very happy to have such beautiful pendants. I'm still considering a way to put these pieces into a statement neck piece, but I'm still working on this idea. Thank you for watching the tutorial. As always, I hope that you like this idea. I hope that you're inspired to create more using polymer clay. And if you like this idea, please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, tell me what you think about these pieces, and here's what to watch next. Thank you.